This is John Colo with okraw.com. Today we have another exciting episode for you. I'm coming at you from the beach here in sunny South Florida. Been here for a week and headed on back. I thought this would be a very valuable video because most of you guys never get the behind the scenes tour of what I'm doing in my life, to actually share with you guys how you live a raw vegan lifestyle, right? When you travel to places like I do for nice weather and, more importantly, amazing tropical fruit, and you want to bring it back with you on the plane. How do you pack so that your fruit does not get messed up? How do you pack all the liquids and things that I take? Because I got like juices and kombucha scobies and things I'm bringing back actually. And that's what I want to show you guys in this episode, basically how I pack my bags so my fruit and plants don't get damaged. So let's check it out. Alright guys, so we're going to head into the room. Alright guys, so now we're in the room, and basically everything I need to pack into the bags I've spread out on the bed, including lots of fruit, including very ripe fruit, including the red dragon fruits, egg fruits, Black Sapotes, Chica Sapotes, egg fruits. We got bananas, jujubes, persimmons, passion fruits, locally grown chayote squash, and then a lot of more bananas, some coconuts. So that's all the fruit. And we got freeze-dried fruit from my friends at Gatherings Grove. Link down below their video if I posted it online yet. From the moringa farmer, we got basically the moringa powder and moringa tea. Also got moringa seeds. Also have liquids, such as the biostimulant moringa that actually has to definitely be checked in along with these other liquids, including a moringa extract and a high-quality olive oil. And then I have my clothes, of course, my camera gear. I have some baby plant starts, and we have my plants. So basically I have a flat leaf CISO spinach, which is actually a perennial vegetable. I've only ever seen the curly variety, so I'm glad to have this rare crop. And then also I have a special jaboticaba from Pete Canaris over at Green Dreams, Florida. This is the jaboticaba scarlet, and this one produces within 3 years from seed, which is amazing. So this is already a year old or two, so maybe another year, and then this tree will already start giving me some fruit. Most jaboticabas may take 15 years. Links down below the video I made with Pete. Alright, so how am I going to pack all this stuff into my luggage? So the first thing, I got everything laid out that I need to pack so I can kind of visually see. The other thing, you're thinking, John, why do you got all this junk here, man? You got like these, you got an empty carrot juice bottle, you got these like empty containers that like some lettuce came in, you got these little tubs that you bought the sugarcane juice in with the lids. I had organic hummus this trip. This whole thing took me a week to eat, but I've saved the container. Like, why are you saving all this junk? Why don't you just recycle it? But number one, recycling here in Florida is hard because most places don't have it. But number two, any kind of container you have, whatever they may be, is the perfect protection for your fruit. Some of these fruits are super soft, right? If you just put these in a plastic bag and put them in your bag, it'd be mush. But if I put them now inside here, I could line them up appropriately. And now, guess what? These are protected from getting crushed. So that's why I save all the random containers. In addition, you may see I have boxes within boxes. My favorite boxes are like these trays so I can lay out my fruit in the car when I'm traveling. But then also I like to get smaller boxes. So these smaller boxes can also be valuable because you can basically put these boxes in your luggage. So we got the same exact size box. So literally we could stack this box on this box, and now the box down below, this is like a little shelf. So now the fruits in the box below don't get pressed on by the fruits above because like there's different layers, right? So this is very important to get basically the same kind of boxes at grocery stores or wherever. These boxes are actually from a really cool discounted outlet here in the St. Sarasota area. I think they're in Fort Myers too. It's called Sunflower. They're an amazing place. I love that place. Lots of boxes for you to grab. So yeah, I'm going to do that. Also save things like plastic paper bags and even the plastic bags, because some things, if they're hard and firm, you may be able to, put them in there. Like I need to put the plants in a plastic bag so that the dirt doesn't get all over my bags. All right, so next up, the other thing is then I got all the bags that I'll be using, right? Some of these bags are going to be carry-on and some of these are going to be check-in. So I need to determine which ones are carry-on and which are check-in. and then pack them accordingly. The ones that are going to be checked in are going to get jostled around. I'm not going to be, you know, they're not going to be in my possession, so I don't know what's going to happen to them. So in the bags you check in, you know, mostly it's going to be my clothes, some of the freeze-dried stuff, some of the things that are not going to get damaged. You know, all your fruit, unless you have to check it in, you should always carry it on. Any of the liquids, of course, you know, I have to put in my check-in bag, and then that's going to be basically wrapped up in like padded bags. I also have this cooler bag that I travel with, and this is nice and padded. This may also be a check-in bag, but the thing is I might pack some of this stuff so it's nice and padded, and then actually put it in my check-in bag so that it doesn't get jostled around. So yeah, so I got a lot of work to do. I think the first thing, I kind of look over what's the most important to me in this whole bed. And some of you guys may think, oh man, the fruit's most important. Man, my favorite fruit, John, is Black Sapotes, so protect those with your life. Like, hey, fruit is great. I love eating fruit. It's delicious. But the thing is, when you eat a banana, you eat it, it's gone forever, right? But what's most important to me actually on this whole bed, believe it or not, are my plants. Because those plants, the jabuticabas and the ciso spinach, is going to basically feed me forever, right? So I want to make sure they're going to be protected. I don't have the equipment today to do what I need to do to them to check them in, which would basically be bamboo stakes, maybe some cardboard. So those are going to be on my carry-on, so they're never out of my possession. So let's go ahead and put those in the luggage first. So first thing, when I'm going to go ahead and put the plants in my luggage, get a nice bag so that all the dirt doesn't fall out in your luggage, of course. If they are in your possession, you can make sure the bag stays upright or the position it needs to be. So I'm just going to go ahead and then tie this plastic bag off to the bottom so that no soil comes out. Normally, if I had the right equipment, I would actually put bamboo stakes. So I put a bamboo stake from the bottom to the top so that if this did tip over, then it wouldn't basically get crushed and all the branches wouldn't get broken. I don't have anything like that today. So simply I'm just going to go ahead and this is going to be my carry-on. I'm going to set it in my carry-on, and you're like, oh, it doesn't fit, John. So then you could just carefully bend these over and drop it in there, okay? Other thing very important, this is the bottom where I'm wheeling it. So most of the time when I'm at the airport and not on the plane, it'll be standing up. On the plane, it may be either lying down this direction, which is totally fine. And some airplanes, they want you to stand your luggage up on the side. In which case, I'm planning for that because I just want to make sure the handle's up and it's not really going to move anywhere. Okay, so yeah, that's the first thing that goes in. My important plants. Next up, we got the flat-leaf ciso spinach. Same thing on this, put in a bag, and we'll tie the bag off so the soil doesn't go everywhere. All right, so this one we're just going to go ahead and entirely put in the bag and tie it off. And that's going to go like right here next to it. So this makes a good solid base. Actually, what I might do is I'm probably going to put things below it. So yeah, so anyways, we got these in here, and I'm going to pack things around it so now we don't get a lot of movement inside here so that the plants don't get damaged. So I'll likely figure out how I could pack some fruit in this bag so that these trees and plants stay stable. So let's do that first here. All right, guys, what I'm doing now is basically I'm going through my sapotes or sapodillas. They're like a brown sugar fruit. And I'm finding the most firm ones. Like I want the firmest ones because the ones that are softer will be even more protected than this. So basically I have a whole tray here of the firm sapotes that I have in one tray, right? The next thing we need to stabilize this tray, because if we tip this tray up, everything's going to drop out. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to go ahead and take like some plastic bags. If you had like shipping tape, you could basically put shipping tape over it. If you have another box, you could tape like another box over the top, but I don't. So basically I'm just going to put plastic bags over the top. And if you're super hardcore, you could basically tie off the bags so that they're tight, or if you had like shipping tape. Actually, I do have some tape, so let me get my tape out. So I just carry some tape with me, some electrical tape, and what we're going to do here is we're basically going to now tape down the plastic so it's tight on the box. This way the fruit can't like fall up. All right, there we go. Now you can see my fruit. I tipped it upside down and we're pretty much good. I'm going to need a little bit more because I don't want the fruit going anywhere. Now they're within the confines of the box and they are going to be fully protected. All right, look at that. You got the fruits tip it upside down, nothing happens, all right? So now looking at this, what I'm gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and take these out very carefully, and then I'm gonna basically set this box down at the base of my luggage, all right? So you guys can see, that's actually at the top. So what I'm gonna do next is take some dirty clothes, like just for like some nice fluffy padding so nothing gets damaged. Put it on here. We're gonna take, once again, the Java Kava again and put it back in the bottom. And then that basically just kind of gets carefully bent over. And so now you guys can see I filled the space here, so now this is not really gonna move. And then what I'll do is I'll take some further clothes to gently put it on top so that the leaves don't get damaged. And then the issue we'll have now is that this could move up and down, so I need to put something between the box and the top of the pot. So what I need to do now is put something between the box and the top of the pot, because this could have some movement up and down, and then it could basically snap the trunk of the tree. So I need just to set something in there that's a little bit wider than my hand. So then I'll go over and see what we got here, what kind of container. Aha! That's why you save every container, all right? So now I'm just gonna go ahead and take this carrot juice container and now cram it in there, right? And check it out. That's nice and tight. If I wanted to, I could cut off the top of this carrot juice container and then fill it with fruit or other things and then put it back and tape it together, which I've also done in the past. But at this point, I want to keep the air in there because I really don't want this pot moving up and down. When I move this pot, the whole luggage moves up and down, right? This means this is pretty stable in there, and I'm not going to get my tree damaged, you know, because a tree is the priority for me. Next up, we got this plant to go in. So now we could put this in there, and the issue is this could now fall up and down. I mean, it's pretty stable in there because it actually caught the lip of this carrot juice bottle, so maybe I'll put that over a little bit. And actually, now look at this. This is pretty much in there too. It can still tip forward, so I need to fill up this little area with something, as well as in between here. So I'll put something really light and airy, some kind of container with some fruit right here. So let's find something. All right, guys. So I found this little container here. And if we put this right here, right, that gives us a little space so that this now doesn't really move up. I could put more fruit in here and have this protect the leaves from getting too damaged. So let's see what we could fill in here. Because this is a hard case, we could go ahead and put some ripe sapotes so that they don't get damaged. These are all going to be my carry-on, of course, and they could also be my snack during my trip. So I want to try to find ones that are big enough so that there's not a lot of movement in here. They're going to be pretty solid inside here. All right, we got 4 sapotes protected inside the little case. And just put those in there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take some more dirty laundry. We're using this as padding. I mean, you could get bubble wrap if you're crazy. But, so then we're just going to put that in between there. And then we'll take some more underwear, roll it up, and put it in there. All right, next up we got a little bit more space down here. We need to really put something so that these pots don't want to tip up or fall up. And I don't really care. My clothes are going to get washed anyways. And I can't really, well, I could probably fit some dried food in there if I want. I'm going to go ahead and shove some freeze-dried fruit in there. Just in case I need it during the trip, because this will be nice. We can just kind of shove that in there. It'll kind of fit. These are kind of fluffy too, so that we don't get movement. And then finally, we'll take some more of my clothes, kind of like pad this in here, like along the stem, right above here, so we get no movement and there's nothing flopping around in there. This is a Raw Vegan's carry-on suitcase, guys. Freeze-dried fruits and plants and fruit. All right, we got this pre-loaded up, and now the goal is to like get it so it's like, you know, you're not have to crush it down, but it's like pretty full. Because the main thing is, when you zip it up, you don't want any play inside here. You know, you could like, if you tipped it over, which you're not going to do, everything, all that padding and the freeze-dried fruits are on the bottom, the plants are in here, the sapotes that are hard are in the back, in the box with the plastic that's not going to go anywhere. So, you know, I feel pretty comfortable with this now. Let's go ahead and open it back up and show you guys what it looks like. Everything pretty much looks the same as I packed it. All the plants are in here, and I just crossed my fingers that they don't have to, you know, go through it at the TSA. Because I want to make sure I pack it back properly, because they can't just throw stuff in here because everything's appropriately placed. So yeah, this is how I pack my bags. You know, I don't want to do a whole video packing all the other bags because it's pretty much a similar process. I'm going to use boxes and use boxes as layers and just pack it out. So yeah, that's how I pack my carry-on bag to take plants and the fresh fruit and protect my fruit by using random containers so that, you know, the ripe fruits don't crush, and using boxes and even plastic bags to keep it. All right, guys, so in this episode, you guys learned how I pack my bag. I gotta pack the rest of the bags off camera because it takes a lot of time for me to explain it, and we gotta get out the door to the airport, all right? So yeah, hope you guys learned how I live behind the scenes to pack plants and fruits, take them on the plane safely so that they do not get damaged in shipping. If you guys enjoy this episode and want more episodes like this, please be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. More importantly, share this with other crazy raw vegans so that they could take plants and produce without getting damaged on the plane as well. Also, be sure to click that subscribe button right down below so you don't miss my new and upcoming episodes. I'll come in every 5 to 7 days. You never know what will show up, what you'll be learning on my YouTube channel. Make sure you click the little bell to get notified as many videos come out. And finally, be sure to check out past episodes. Past episodes are a wealth of knowledge. Over 900 episodes at this time on this channel to teach you guys how to eat your own fruits and vegetables, and even take them with you on the plane. Links down below some of my other videos I've made in the past about traveling raw and how I do it. With that, my name is John Kohler with okraw.com. I'll see you next time, and until then, remember, keep eating your fresh fruits and vegetables. They're always best.